What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. Back in here, one more reaction video, ladies and gentlemen. And I got a new doctor coming to the channel. Dr. Murdo MacDonald Bayne. And I'm going over his book, Supreme Power Course. This is my second time reading it. But there's a part where I'm currently at now that I wanted to share with the masses. So if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Now, as a child, I didn't drink water at all. We had Kool-Aid 24/7, 365. My mama got her food stamps on the 21st of every month, and we would go to Aldi's or Save-A-Lot or Thriftway or whatever and get the 12-pack of pop, 4 for $10. So I never was in the habit of drinking water consistently. But now as an adult, when you know better, you do better. So I keep the Fiji water on deck and all that. And health is wealth. So I just want to share information to the masses. And if you like what you hear, share far and wide. If this is your first time to the channel, get on in here, baby. As I love to say, we are simply spirits encased in human flesh. That's all. Just trying to figure out this thing called life. Not nearly as divided or as demonic as the Matrix tries to make it seem.
Natural hunger versus acquired appetite. Now let me see what sort of natural hunger you have. Do you like cold water? Why? I have known people who hated water. Do you know why they hated water? Because they have a craving for sweets, ginger ale, soft drinks, etc., or for beer or alcohol.
My daddy drunk beer for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you go to the average daycare in the inner city right now, a lot of the little kids got those caps in their mouth because all they drink is sugary drinks. My little cousin Demarion had a bunch of those caps in his mouth as well. And as a kid, I thought it was cool, right? Like, why they get to have golds and silvers in their mouth? Now as an adult, knowing that's because their parents didn't take care of their teeth and had them putting too much sugar in their body. So knowledge is everything, and you know better, you do better.
What a perversion of nature's gifts. Man has to live, and nature's food were created for him, but we have forgotten these foods of nature and have chosen the artificial, which we call food and drink. No wonder that we are victims of all sorts of disease. Can you wonder it at yourself? For your benefit, give up all these acquired appetites for tobacco, liquor, chewing gum, etc., and all other drugs and foods which are not fit for mankind. Even the dog will not touch them. He knows better. You spoil the child of its natural hunger. You replace it by an acquired appetite when giving it such things as sweets, etc. Why not give it fruit in nature's food instead of all the conglomeration of modern civilization?
Pop-Tarts,
allow it to retain
cereal.
its natural taste. Your child will thank you when he grows up. Natural hunger and natural thirst express themselves through the nerves of the mouth and throat. The thought or mention of food causes a sensation in the mouth, which causes the saliva glands to inject saliva into the mouth.
Y'all know that's true.
The stomach does not come into evidence whatsoever in such circumstance, but with a false appetite habit, there is a faintness, an emptiness, a gnawing sensation in the region of the stomach. All the characteristics of real hunger have vanished. Therefore, cultivate a natural hunger and return to the first principles of life, and you will be a boy or girl again. I am sure you can remember the day when you felt real hunger coming home from school. That is the kind of feeling you want to have today. The majority of people are overfed and undernourished. So if you really want perfect health, pay attention to this hunger gift of nature, not to the appetite habit which you have created.
The average person is also over-medicated and undereducated. We'll get into that on another video. So I've been practicing fasting myself for the last 3 weeks now. I only have one meal a day. I only eat dinner. And I don't look at it as I'm trying to make it the entire day. I just break it down. Let's get through the next hour. Let's get through the next hour. And when those hunger cravings come, I have a conversation with God, with Spirit. I align. I say, get me to the next hour. And we all have a lot more power over our emotions, our feelings, our hunger pains than we would ever know. But as my guy is saying in his book, you know, as a kid, you start getting Pop-Tarts, and you get cereal, and you get bagels, and you get donuts. And then they give you orange juice and apple juice, and then you get these Capri Suns, and the last thing you want is just a cup of spring water. And health as well. So I'm just spreading this knowledge to the masses to say, if you didn't come from a strong family, make sure a strong family comes from you. If your mama let you drink Kool-Aid 24/7, 365 like my mama did, make sure you get your children some water.
The great gift and secret of absorbing energy from the food we eat. In my previous article, I explained to you what matter was and showed that there was energy in every atom. In the cells of food, there is concentrated energy. And when we break the cells up by proper mastication, this force is released and absorbed in the nervous system. If you can consciously extract this force from your food while eating, it has a great effect. In fact, it is the nerve force of your body. The food you eat and the air you breathe and the water you drink are saturated with this great energy. And by proper mastication, you get your reward. The proper drinking of water is really the sipping of the liquid slowly, and proper breathing is breathing in tune with the universe. See article on breathing in Lesson 7. And the proper eating is to masticate your food till it almost melts away in your mouth. These have a twofold action: the replenishing, building and repairing of the body with food matters, and the absorbing of energy through the nervous system. Therefore, by following out my instructions, you will gain a greater amount of nourishment from the food you eat. Food half masticated and insufficiently salivated goes to waste and is passed from the system in the shape of a fermenting mass. Your teeth and gums will be greatly strengthened by proper mastication. Pyorrhea is a result of bad eating. In fact, proper eating and the eating of proper foods will undoubtedly cure that much dreaded disease. Start today. Make up your mind that every mouthful of food shall be thoroughly masticated and obtain the maximum amount of nourishment.
Gotta tell my kids that.
With a
Chew
full
your
supply
food,
of
boy.
energy, your machinery will not wear out so soon. You will live much longer. You will have comparative youth in your old age. Your skin and flesh will be strong and firm. Your eyes will be bright and your brain clear. In fact, I could go on indefinitely enumerating the results you will obtain from following out my instructions. Also, do not forget the mental attitude every time you are eating. Masticate your food and extract the full amount of energy and nourishment. The life-giving fluid and how we should use it. I have stressed on several occasions the importance of drinking water. Now I am going to say something on this subject. You will probably say to yourself, "Why should I drink water? I don't feel thirsty." Well, if I may say to you, the cause of your not feeling thirsty is the fact that you have put off nature's demand for so long that nature demands no more.
Ooh.
You have refused to hear nature's call. It is astounding to see so many people who drink scarcely any fluids whatsoever, and some even think it is not good for them. Why, don't you know that 75% of your body is made up of fluids? You can remember when you were a boy or girl how lovely it was to drink water out of a running brook, and how you always desired water and drank it with relish. Those were your natural days. A large percentage of the sick people
We didn't have swimming pools as a kid, so we was out there playing in the fire hydrant water.
are sick because their bodies lack the necessary fluids. Just as the plant dies from the want of water, so are many people doing the same thing, slowly dying for the want of fluids. You would not think of depriving a plant of water, nor would you deprive your most faithful animal of water, yet you deprive yourself of the pure, life-giving fluid. You suffer the consequence and wonder why.
Take care of yourself.
Make up your mind from today that you will in future give your body the amount of fluids it requires. The system is continually excreting moisture through the pores of the skin in the form of sweat. Experiments have shown that when perspiration is prevented, human beings and animals die. Sweat, which is excreted from the body, is loaded with all the waste products, refuse, and filth of your system. Without a sufficient supply of water in the system, the body would remain in a poisoned state, bringing disease and death as a consequence. And if this waste matter is allowed to remain, it serves as a breeding and feeding ground for germs and microbes. Germs do not bother the clean and healthy body to any extent, but when they arise in any one of these water haters with a body full of refuse and filth, it is seldom they ever recover. I wish to impress upon you the importance of water. 8 out of every 10 need this advice, so do not pass it by, even if it is simple. Without the necessary amount of water, the glands of the skin become clogged and dry and do not function. The skin, being the supplementary organ to the kidneys, is necessary for the excretion of waste product, and without water the skin is unable to function and throws an extra amount of work on the kidneys. That is why so many people today suffer from kidney troubles. Half the kidney troubles could be eliminated by a sufficient drinking of cold, clean water. A normal adult excretes about 2 pints of water every 24 hours through his skin, exhaling through the lungs about 1.5 pints, and about 2 quarts by urination, and about 1 pint through the excretory process of the bowels. Therefore you see that water is needed for a number of purposes. It regulates the combustion which is constantly going on in your body, arising from the chemical action of oxygen, taken in by the lungs, coming in contact with the carbon in the system. This combustion goes on in the millions of cells, producing the natural heat of the body, and the water regulates its combustion and gets it under control. Water is also used in your body as a common carrier. It is the basis of your blood which flows through your arteries and veins, carrying the food to the various parts of your body. Without fluids, the quantities of blood must decrease, and consequently your body must suffer. It is also necessary for the carrying off of the poisonous matter of your body. It is necessary for the digestion of the food. Your glands have to be replenished with fresh juices. Your nervous system requires a conductor which carries the messages to the different parts of the body. Without fluid, nature's work cannot be carried on. You know that if the body cannot get sufficient fluids in the ordinary way, nature finds a way of obtaining fluids the best way she can. And sometimes it is necessary for her to extract the moisture from the feces, the rotten mass of matter lying in the colon awaiting excretion. Just imagine the fluids extracted from the matter being circulated through your system to your glands again, secreted again for the digestion of your food, and again circulated through your blood. You now know how people are saturated with filth, disease, and germs who do not drink the necessary amount of water. 9/10 of the cause of chronic constipation arise from the want of water. I have known people to be speedily cured by drinking plenty of water. See all those bloodless, anemic people with dry skin and unhealthy appearance. They remind one of the dried prune that requires soaking to become plump and normal. Your body needs water all over. Every part must be thoroughly irrigated. If you deny it the natural supply of water, every cell, tissue, and organ will become unhealthy. You should drink at least 2 quarts of water a day. Do not be afraid of water. It is the unadulterated fluid created for your benefit. Sip early in the morning 2 cups of hot, not too hot water, that it will clean your bowels out. And during the day, several glasses of water, sip slowly. The last thing at night, take 2 glasses of water, because during sleep, nature is a spring cleaning, eliminating all the waste products and worn-out tissue created through the day. If this causes one to pass water several times a night, drink the water 2 or 3 hours before bedtime. Without water, nature cannot perform her duties. Some people have a glass of hot water before they feed. This is nature's method of exciting the action of the digestive organs. There is no greater stimulant in the world than a cupful of water. Try it out for yourself.
Are you drinking enough water? Is your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your grandma, your grandpa, your niece, your nephew, your best friends, are they drinking enough water? Like I say, man, I didn't grow up getting information like this. They don't teach this in schools. You know, there's 101 commercials trying to sell you a burger, fries, and a Coke or a Sprite. You don't really hear clean water promoted. And we all know tap water is super dirty and unhealthy for you. And I'm just doing my best in this thing called life to find knowledge and spread as far as I can. And easy, I can sit here and make content about modern women this and talking about what men need to do, but I'm not on that vibration. I know it's a lot of people in this world that's not like that as well. But when I was on the worldly vibration, I was suffering to all the things that he's talking about in his book. I remember having chronic constipation and not knowing why. I wasn't drinking enough water. Every time I had lemonade, tea, you name it, I had to put some sugar in there. And so many of us are unhealthy because our parents didn't have this knowledge. My mama overdosed on opioids. I wish I could sit with her now and read these books to her and talk to her about her health and fitness. And man, so everything in life happens for a reason. And I'm just trying to enlighten the masses one by one. This is a pretty nerdy video. It ain't a lot of people who sit around and want to study topics like this. But as I say, man, drink water, take vitamins, stretch, meditate, do yoga, journal, go walking. I got me a notebook and a pen right here. I'm always writing my thoughts down. I'm always clearing myself. And as James Allen said, as a man thinking, if you would guard your body, guard your mind, because this world is always throwing some BS at you. But understand, a bad day for the ego is a good day for the soul. So we all need to get cleaned out. And in this thing called life, we just spirits. We little flowers for real. We all need water. We all need sun. And then God do his thing for us like he do for all the beautiful gardens in the world. I definitely think this is a book that everyone should read. Thanks for watching the video. And if you got some books for me, let me know in the comments below. A lot of individuals has asked, how do I share my reading list? I'm not sure what's the best way to do that, if I should just make a YouTube video about it, if I should drop it in the community tab or what. Y'all let me know. But there's a lot of valuable information in these books. And this world wants to keep you dumb and paying attention to things that aren't important and won't make you better in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and nobody is going to believe in you until you're successful. So take that first step. Be willing to work without applause. And before you know, you'll turn around and you got your own yellow brick road. Shout out to Dorothy. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Rest in peace, Nip. Give your art to the world and watch the many, many ways that God bless you. We outie, baby. I love you all. Never be too proud to pray.